I'm Mahesh Gulani, and I would like to say that this techie from Bangalore who has committed suicide because apparently in a suicide note he has written that his wife and his mother-in-law and brother-in-law were harassing him and demanding more and more and more money. That is okay. Second thing, they were not allowing him to meet his son, which is now today 4 years old. Now, Atul Subhash, it seems apparently in his suicide note, which he has given a 24-page suicide note and has even given a 1 hour video talk where he has stated why is he committing suicide. It's a very sad story. It breaks you in every which way. It reaches your heart, your brain, every part of your body shakes when you hear and read his suicide note and the reasons for doing that. It's only that wish he would have talked to some counselor or wish he would have met someone, a psychologist. Uh, in fact, wish he would have met me and I would have definitely helped him get away from this. Today, his so-called wife, he has never said she's my ex-wife. Even when he's talking, he's always saying my wife, my wife, my wife, which shows that the man was sane and good. More about this, देखिए अभी. So the subject today is Atul Subhash. Now, since Atul Subhash was a 34-year-old techie from Bangalore, and again a man, so this, in all fairness, I would try to be taking no side of any gender and being not biased, but whilst talking to people, I have come to know one thing that the men are more prone to go for suicide, committing suicide, than women. My statistics when I talk to people was that out of 10 divorces and deaths resulting after a divorce, one woman committed suicide and against 9 men. And this is not only in India but all around the world. Uh, Now, in India, there are women, especially in places where literacy is not so good, or the states which are not so educated. There maybe the divorce is not prevalent because a woman, once she leaves her own house to marry the man, she's told that it's you're leaving our house now. It is from there only that your dead body will go to the grave or wherever. Now, with that in mind, the girl who gets married, she knows that I have no option but to live there. But today, the modern cities, or even I would think 2 tier, 3 tier cities, some would say 2 tier, 3 tier, and they today are as good or as modern as the top 5, 6 cities in India. So, if considering that now 35% of the population and women's have they know their rights. In that case, I think that let's take this as the basis. My now the program that I saw where Atul Subhash has given a 24-page suicide note. There he writes his heart out, and never has he said that she was my ex-wife. He's always stating that my wife demanded this, my wife. Meaning, if there was someone else, would have been very abusive. So I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt that perhaps Atul was not such a bad man. There have been claims and counter claims that maybe he was not mentally stable and that's why he took that harsh step. But then all suicide cases in the world are not because they are mentally not stable. There are conditions which go beyond their repairs, so to say. Now, let's talk about Atul Subash because this is now very controversial, and I'm sure the government of India is looking into it, and I'm sure the section that handles dowry 498 and 498A are going to be written in a new way, and they should because now it has been seen more than favoring men, this section has been designed to favor women. Now, look, uh, actually, women, when they have a marital discord, uh, there are people surrounding a woman, and a woman is influenced by them. Now, it could be anybody from the family, even your lawyer, even your manager, even in some cases your friends. They tell the woman that you can take advantage, and we will teach a lesson to your man. And teaching a lesson to the man, false cases are uh, given in the courts, which makes it a little difficult for the man. Now, another thing that if a girl is from another state, another city, and if she files a suit and a diary FIR in a police court of her city or her state, then the man has to come and attend the courts in that city. Now, today, if a 30-year-old man or 35-year-old man is working, it's very difficult for him to attend the courts when many a times the opposite party might take another date, or even the judge may not come, or there is a full court, which means that day the court has not come in. No, it's not humanly possible for the man to go back. So, what should be done now? Atul Subash has lost his life, and he's proved a point that it's very difficult to survive in such laws 498, 498A, and his case should be addressed, because in his video, if you get a chance to watch it, it breaks your heart, it touches your soul, and it did mine, and that's why uh, this video I'm making more in favor of those men who, in spite of their best intentions, are deprived of certain uh, protection rights to them, and this should be addressed. Uh, Now, I'm sure most of the women would say, but we are the ones who are at the receiving end. Yes, it's true. There are more women who are at the receiving end, but probably the arranged marriage, the girl side have seen everything from the boy side. They have checked, cross-checked, and all. But when marriages happen through matrimonial sites, and this shadi.com or matrimony.com or something like that, and perhaps this marriage of Atul was also from an agency, from shadi.com site, then it's a little difficult to know the anecdotes and the background. But even if, in this case, his wife or his ex-wife um, was educated, was qualified, and very qualified, and doing well. In fact, uh, at the time of divorce and very lately, she was working in a very big American company called Accenture. So today's news is that the girl is absconding with her mother and brother, uh, and of course, the law will catch up with them sooner than later. But having said that, my video here is to address the problem, not tell you what the problem. And by now, everybody knows the problem. So, what are the solutions? What can be done to help today the divorce proceedings, which should not take place in the first place? And if they are, uh, since it's two lives getting together, two characters, two personalities getting together, and uh, today the woman is also not financially dependent on the man, then some middle path has to be taken without having this gender preference. So, what it is, we'll let you know now. Yes, I'm back, Mahesh Gilani, once again here to address why are today men committing suicide more than the women. Uh, Now, men they have to avoid committing suicide. There is no other thing. Why take your life? Just because you can't get along with your wife. Why just commit a suicide? Look, if the man goes away, but then his parents, who are slightly, what slightly, they are senior citizens by that time, and they suffer immense health problems, and sometimes even they are giving their lives. So this has to be avoided. That uh, men or even women should not commit suicide in such an issue, which is today much more than it ever was before. I'm told that about 70 years back, there were only 7% divorce happening in India. Today it's 24. Can you believe it? So, what are the remedial measures that should be taken? And here, I'm recommending the government of India that they must take this issue seriously and make it as important as the other issues like the digital arrest, which our Prime Minister talked about in his monthly program, Man Ki Baat. I would suggest that next Man Ki Baat, he should talk about this. And I think what should be done is to actually simplify the legal reforms. Simplify meaning it should be very simple and you must expedite these divorce and family court proceedings. There should be a fast court for this because delays. There are cases. You'll be surprised, and please don't laugh at that. That this couple, this was a Parsi couple who had filed a divorce. One of them, and it took them 50 years to get that problem solved partially. And by the time that the case was partially solved, they had become almost 70 and 80-year old. So that is how long it takes to solve this problem. So you must avoid it. So in that case, the government must make sure that there are fast courts for this. Now, I think that the most important thing is the child custody. The woman has this advantage. Now, when I'm saying the woman has the advantage of any time I'm talking about a woman, actually she, the wife, does not take these steps. Her helps, the people who are guiding her, the people who are guiding or misguiding her, the lawyers, the financiers, the relatives, the friends who have some stake in what she is going to get, they are the ones. She doesn't want it, but she signs, yes. So, shared parenting, which means the courts have to give rights even to the father to visit. The female partner in these proceedings must know that the man will get a chance to meet his child at least, if nothing, once a month. He has to, because that is, I think, the balm for this suicide factor. So, shared parenting is number one. Try that and see the cases. It won't lead the men or women to take steps like committing suicide. Alimony. Now, the alimony today has to be decided by committees, by people talking in groups, or the feedback that you get from all the states that this alimony business is that today a woman is also earning. And if she doesn't want to earn, that has to be thought. And in Atul Subhash's case, if he was earning 84,000, I don't know how the court in Jaunpur decided that he has to give half his salary for the upkeep of his son. Now this is crazy. You can't. I think you should make it to 20 to 25% of his salary. But then let's not forget that even a girl is earning, and if a girl is earning very well, then there has to be a consensus on this, that what should be done as far as the alimony is concerned. Now, there are a lot of false allegations given by the partners. In most of the cases, it's a woman side which gives a lot of false allegations. Why does a man? I've seen they don't shame a woman so badly who's supposed to be his ex-wife and also maybe a mother of his child. So they don't do that. Even if the lawyers suggest them all that, they may do one or two so that they get early divorce, but not more than that. So this false allegation, there should be penalties for it, and very strong penalties, even financially very strong. That money can be used for for getting groups to help people who are depressed, for family courts settlements, to pay the expenses, and I think this would help. And sometimes even through these agencies and organizations, NGOs, you can give free legal help to man or a woman. If a woman also has no source of earning, so she should also get the free legal aid. I don't know whether they do get. Um, Now, the companies where the man or the woman work should have leave policies when their employees involved in a marital discord, court cases. Uh, Something like this would help the cause, and it will make everybody aware. I would even think that if in schools and colleges, uh, the value of life, the value of respect for each other, the value of marriage, the value of parenting should be told to 14-year-old student till the age of 25, which probably will help and be, it will go in a long way. Now, I would think the workplace also should take initiative of helping such people who are not in good terms with their spouses. Uh, there should be some steps taken and made mandatory where there are more than 500 people working. Uh, Most importantly, when you are handling cases which are family courts or divorce proceedings, then the judicial and the police sensitization should be there, which means you have to train the police personnel, lawyers, and all the law enforcing agencies, even the judges have to take an oath that they don't take sides or make things uh, um, very bad and beyond repairs. Uh, these are the steps which can help, though, of course, when two people uh, are not going to get together and have decided that we are not made for each other, it's difficult to solve that problem. Not, I would not say impossible, possible, but little difficult. Like for instance, if this could have been solved, then two brothers fighting, father and son fighting, mother and daughter fighting, legal cases and other things would have not happened, but they are also happening. But we are taking up the issue because a very bad case of Atul Subhash, where he's committed suicide, which has touched our hearts and soul. So we are now wanting to address this. So that's the way it is. That's how the society works. So I would think probably these are the measures that I've suggested, and here few people who have given their views about what they think about divorce and even mental health and committing suicides. What are they thinking? And please, in the comment section, you also give your views so that I'm sure this will reach out to the people who make laws, and let's make life easy for everybody to live happily, peacefully, and let India today or the world in general become prosperous. Let's not have wars, right? If the conditions at home are good, we may not fight, we may not go to the police stations, and therefore there may not be wars also. With that, this is Mahesh Gulani saying bye bye